We also have running concurrently our clubman class. This is round number 7 of the 2017 Club 100 Sprint Championship. And we'll get an idea for the grid here. Look out for Ian Blake. He won the last round at Clay Pigeon. He starts in pole position in kart number 18. On the outside, that looks like Dan Healy on grid 2. And Healy's missed the start. And Blake's got straight in to the lead, as you'd expect on a short run to turn 1, which is the chicane. Into the second chicane. We'll let the field sort of settle down. It looks as though who's running in second place. It's a tricky one. That could be Ed Bars. Has he got himself a new lid? No, he hasn't. I've just mistaken him. Oh, there's a big sort out behind. Jack Harding's forced his way past Pete O'Connor, and Healy going backwards as we come round to end heat number 1. Everybody looking to dive through into the last corner. I thought about putting the camera down there, but I can't afford it to get smashed by an errant dive bomb that takes everybody into the kitty litter. So it's Ian Blake leading from Ed Bars. Joe Holmes has moved into 3rd place. I'm trying to think. I think he's leading the championship. Pete O'Connor down the inside of Dan Healy, puts him on the curb, gives him enough room to get off the corner. So O'Connor inside into the horseshoe. And then onto the back straight. And that is a tricky pan, let me tell you. A whip pan. And we got 3 away at the front. It's Ian Blake, Ed Bars and Joe Holmes. And it looks as though Joe Holmes is looking to put a move in on Ed Bars, probably down at the hairpin at the far end. There he goes, inside, clean as you like. Bars didn't fight it too hard, he knows the score. A 3rd place wouldn't be a bad return from this first heat if he can stay away from Jack Harding in 4th place. Pete O'Connor, Dan Healy, gap to Steve Brown, the reigning champion. Kart number 3 is Parmveen Najjar. Kart number 2 is Jay Elliott. Dan Truman, Darren Teal, I think that's James Hattersley, just under pressure and passed by Brandon Williams. And bringing round the tail of the field is Tyler Mays, dressed in white to keep the heat out today. Hopefully none of the consumer electronics will overheat with this breeze. It should be okay. Famous last words. And it looks as though Joe Holmes is now closing in on Ian Blake for the lead. It doesn't look as though Ed Bars can quite go with this pair, and I'm not surprised. These are the top 2 drivers. I don't think I'll be standing on anybody's toes when I say that. The top 2 drivers at the moment in Club 100, certainly in the sprints. And Holmes takes a look into the last corner, and that'll be a ballsy move if he can pull that one off. If anybody can pull that one off today. And that's enabled Ed Bars to get back on the bumper. Quite a tour going down this back straight, and it is into the wind, into the suck zone, as it were. So we may have quite a finish to the finals today with a last corner dive bomb for the win. So coming round, whoops, as my camera work goes to pieces, it looks as though Holmes is looking for the lead now. Down the inside into the last corner. Can he pull it off? Yes, he can. I don't think Ian Blake fought that one too hard. And immediately they've pulled out a couple of kart lengths on Ed Bars, so he's struggling to go with the pair. He can get back on when the pair are dicing. And let's have a check out on 4th place. It's still led by Jack Harding, Pete O'Connor. Looks like Steve Brown has moved through to 6th place. Yes, he has, in kart number 1. Looks as though Dan Healy on the defensive to hold off Parmveen Najjar in blue. And I'd say Jack Harding is reeling in the leading trio here. He's going quickly. Is that gap reducing? I think he's managed to chip off a 10th. We're on lap 6. There are 3 minutes left if you want to enjoy the show with its live timing as well. Go second screen. You know the score. We're all high-tech here on the one-man broadcasting company. So Steve Brown picks off Pete O'Connor. And he's now going to try and ride that slipstream coming off the back of Jack Harding to get onto the leading trio if he can. And I think Jack Harding might have just chipped another 10th off. Indeed he has. Well, 30 hundredths. That's not a 10th, is it? So Holmes has put a kart length or two into Ian Blake. And Ed Bars has got back on. And Jack Harding's looking for some help. Oh no, he's got his hand up for a yellow flag. Somebody's been off, either in the last corner or just off it. And Brown now has moved in, looking for fourth place here to take it from Jack Harding in the closing stages. Will it be down at the hairpin? Not quite close enough, I don't think. But Harding has got onto the bumper of Ed Bars ahead. So we are going to have some changes for position here. I don't think Ian Blake's given up on winning this first heat. Down the inside into horseshoe. I think that's where Steve Brown went past Pete O'Connor a few laps ago, and he's just picked off Jack Harding. Oh, and I think I might have figured out my pan. So Steve Brown now marching forward, and he's going to pick up into the toe of Ed Bars. Holmes is controlling this one from the front. And perhaps Ian Blake doesn't want to show his hand too early, because I suspect they'll be together again towards the finish of the final. Possibly the final lap board will go out this time. And Brown to the inside, down into the last corner. The long right-hander. I've had a big accident myself in there a few years ago. It's just flashed back to me there. So Steve Brown moves into third place. And can he catch? This is the last lap. I don't think he's going to be close enough to launch one down the inside into the last corner on this last lap. Joe Holmes is far enough ahead to be safe to the finish. So Joe Holmes is going to win heat number 1 here from Lydd in the elite class of Club 100 sprints, ahead of Ian Blake and Steve Brown. Ed Bars is going to hang on to fourth place as Jack Harding has to fend off Pete O'Connor to the finish. And I think that's expertly done. So Joe Holmes wins heat number 1 from Lydd. And we will have the clubman class coming up in short order. They're already sat in their carts waiting to be pushed out.